Hello everyone, I'm Alek Beers, and today we're going to talk about how Facebook and other social media platforms determine reach, otherwise known as why is nobody seeing the posts I'm making for my business. Let's see if this story is familiar. You power up your laptop, you open up Facebook, you type out a post, you add an engaging picture to your post, then you hit publish. Post goes out and nothing happens, nobody sees it. What gives? Why is Facebook not showing this post that you've made to the people who follow your page or to your friends? What gives? Well, let's back up for a second and look at what Facebook's goals are as a platform. So Facebook makes money off of ad revenue, obviously, and the ad revenue is based on pay-per-view, pay-per-click kind of thing. So Facebook makes money when people see the ads on the platform. So this means that Facebook makes more money the longer people spend on their platform. So if people are just jumping on the platform and then jumping right off, and they only see one or two ads, Facebook doesn't make very much money. But if they jump on the platform and they stay there for 20, 30 minutes, even just 5-10 minutes, Facebook could show them a lot more ads and make a lot more money. So this brings Facebook to their main problem, which is solving how to keep people on the platform longer. So the Facebook algorithm is entirely based on the goal of keeping people on the Facebook platform. So how do you keep people on a social media platform? Well, it's actually fairly simple. You show them stuff that they like. That's where it gets a little complicated. So what Facebook has done through its user profiles and other mechanisms is put people into categories. You remember a couple months back when everyone was finding out that they could get into their Facebook settings and see what categories Facebook had placed them in, what Facebook thought they were interested in. Facebook was kind of right, kind of wrong on some of these things, but the way that Facebook figured that out was based on the pages that their users liked, the posts that they interact with, the videos that they watched, from beginning to end and didn't just scroll past, the pictures that they clicked on to enlarge. Facebook has now years of data about the kinds of content that people interact with, the topics that they like, the articles that they've clicked on. And this is scary to some people. We're not going to get into that, but what we are going to focus on is the fact that Facebook uses those categories to determine what posts it shows to its users. So every post that's made on Facebook also gets put into these categories. And you get put into multiple categories. And Facebook uses things like the industry that you've assigned your page to, the industries that the people who like the page are affiliated with through their job titles or whatever, and then also the category of things that you're sharing articles about on your page or that you're talking about. So Facebook is able to sort out keywords, even not just tags, not just associated industries or whatever. So if you have a page and you're talking about beauty products a lot, Facebook is pulling out those keywords every time you says them, and it's also taking its users, and every time they mention beauty products or they like a post or click on an ad or read an article about beauty products, Facebook knows that they're interested in that. So that's how Facebook's figuring out what people like. But let's now jump into your page. So you have a page. You have people who like and follow your page. Shouldn't they all get the opportunity to see your post? Well, not necessarily. Facebook used to kind of work that way. You posted something, everyone who saw or everyone who liked your page would most likely see it. But there's so much content on Facebook now that's simply not feasible. There's so much content that that you have followed, liked, the number of friends that you have, that if Facebook were to just simply shuffle them all into your news feed in chronological order, you would never get to the bottom, ever. You just couldn't do it. You could hire people to scroll for you, you'd still never get there. So Facebook uses its algorithm to put only the choicest of little morsels of posts into your feed. So what this means for your business page is that when you post something, instead of Facebook showing it to everyone, it shows it to what they have decided algorithmically is a representative subset of the people who like your page. So you create a post and you post it, and about maybe 1 to 2% of the people who follow your page will see it initially. So Facebook will put it in their news feed, and then Facebook will see what they do with it. Do they scroll right past it? Do they give it a courtesy like? Do they give it a love reaction, or a wow, or an angry reaction? Do they comment? Do they share it? Do they, God forbid, click the 3 little dots up in the corner and say, hide post? Facebook is looking at what that 1%, 2% of the people who follow your page do when they see your post. And then from there, if those people like or engage with your post, then it'll show it to more people who follow your page. And so as that subset gives your post relevancy, you maybe have heard of the relevancy score. The relevancy score is not very useful for figuring out what posts are working and what aren't. But Facebook is taking that engagement that your post gets from that initial 1 or 2% and is using it to decide who of the rest of your followers maybe wants to see it. They use this same system when you boost a post or run an ad. They're different algorithms a little bit. They're slightly different. They're coded by different people. They're controlled by different Facebook departments. But overall, they use the same principles. So when you boost a post and it goes out to people beyond just the followers of your page, Facebook is still looking for that engagement, those comments, those shares. And I mean, you've noticed you can throw $25 into a post and Facebook may only spend 10, 12 of it. Maybe not even, maybe even only $4 of your $25 budget. And that's because Facebook is so obsessed with showing people things that they like that if your ad gets no engagement, they won't take your money. Because they want to take people's money who are creating content that people engage with. Which brings us to the most important thing that you want to be looking at for your posts is whether or not people are engaging with them. Likes, great. Comments, better. Shares, best. With videos, watch time. If people are only watching 3 seconds of your video, if people are clicking away after only 10% of your video has played, consider what content you're putting in your video. If you post a video and it bombs, but then you post a photo and people comment and like and engage, consider posting more photos. That's the most important thing, that engagement. That also means that your posts have to be inherently something that the audience can engage with. If there is no actionable item in your post, if it doesn't either implicitly or explicitly invite some way for the audience to engage with it, then it isn't going to do as well. Because at best, your audience may like the post. At worst, they may do nothing. So when you're crafting your content, you want to make sure that people have an element in that post that they can comment on, that they can talk about, that they can engage with, that makes them want to share it with their friends, that adds value to the people in their feed. So when you're dropping a post onto Facebook, planning out your strategy, Make sure that your content is something that's going to be relevant to the people who follow your page, which I'm sure you're already doing. But more importantly, make sure that the way that you word your post, the image that you share, the video content that you're producing, make sure that it is inherently something that they can engage with. Because it may be the most beautiful picture ever. But if they can't engage with it, then it's not going to get very far in the Facebook algorithm. You got to play Facebook's game. That's it for today. This has been how Facebook and other social media platforms determine reach. I'm Alek Beers. If you want to know more, if you want to sit down, if you want to craft a strategy specifically for your business, you can consult with me. You can message me on Facebook. You can hit me on Twitter. You can hit me on Instagram. You can hit me on LinkedIn. You can email me. I'm everywhere. You can find my phone number on most of those platforms. Give me a call. I'll do my best to answer. If you don't want to do any part of it yourself, Bird Media Advertising LLC, that's my company, we will create all of your content. We'll make sure that it can be engaged with, that it matches your audience, and that you are putting content out that's valuable and spending your money on boosted posts and ads in a way that's effective and isn't just throwing money into the Facebook hole. Thank you. Hope you're having a great week. I'm out.